Topic is lens maker's formula or lens maker's relation. Let's take a simple convex lens. Try to understand the ray diagram. If you understand the ray diagram, things will become very easy. In this simple convex lens, what is there on the left hand side? Sir, left hand side there is our air. N1. Here glass, here air. Now not only glass, you can choose any other medium also. Okay. Now we put here object O, and this object O is forming a final image at I. Final image is formed at I. But there are some intermediate images which are formed here due to the refracting surface ABC and ADC. So let's put here some color to understand it better. Okay. So let me minimize and let me scroll down. Okay. And let me draw here our next diagram. We will compare it later. So let's say this is our first one, and let me cut it from here. Let me cut it from here. This is our first refracting surface ABC. So let me call it as A. Okay, let me draw the first principal axis. B, C. The object is placed at the same position O, and this is a ray which is going. Now pay attention, O is going here. If the ray is going like this is what? N1. Let's take it as air, and N2 is glass. This ray is entering, if you pay attention in the first diagram, it is going from air to glass before it reaches to ADC. So let's say if there was no ADC, then this ray will move like what? Let's see. So let's draw first a center of curvature here. This is what? Since it is curved on the right hand side, then center of curvature will be lying on the right hand side on the principal axis. So let's call it as C1. This is what? This is normal to the surface. Now think about it. The light is going from rarer to denser medium. It will bend away from the normal, or it will bend towards the normal. If it is going from rarer to denser medium, it will bend towards the normal. So if this was supposed to be the actual path, let me draw it with the red color only. If this was supposed to be the actual path, straight path, because of ABC, it will bend towards the normal, and it is forming the image at I1. Sir, why this is not I and I1 it is? This is I1 because this is the image formed by the ABC and not the whole system. The final image is formed by ADC. So this I1 is the image formed by ABC. I hope this is clear to you. So for ABC, N1 is on the left hand side, air, and ADC, okay, this whole thing is glass, this ray is glass. Now it was supposed to make an image at I1. That's not a real image. This is not the image we get. Then what about I1? I1 was the image which was supposed to be formed if there was no ADC. But do we have ADC? Yes, we have ADC now. So what we will do now? Let's form the third image. So let me form a third image over here. So let's take our third image for this convex part. Let me remove this. Pay attention on the third one. Third one is the most important. That will, if you are clear with this one, then you are clear with the whole derivation. This is the principal axis. Where it is curved? Sir, it is curved on the left hand side. A, B, C. It is curved on the left hand side means this circle, if you draw, the center will lie on the left hand side here. Let's call it as C2, DC2. Let's make a normal from this. So our normal will be perpendicular to this. Is it going anywhere? No, this is going straight. Normal, 90 degrees, so it is going like this. Okay, now let me take a reference from our previous diagrams. Now pay attention. This red line, which red line? This red line, this was supposed to make an image at I1. But look at this actual our diagram. This red line that is coming here, bending here, and it is going towards ADC. Let me repeat, let me draw here with the yellow color. It was bending here and it is going towards ADC. So, if this ray is supposed to come from ADC, the previous image, let me draw here. This was the image which was supposed to be formed here at I1. It was supposed to be formed at I1. This ray is coming from what? This is the ray. Look at this. Which ray? Up till here. Up till here it is. Up till here this ray is. So, this was supposed to form an image at I1. But this time be very careful, this side is N2. It is this red line, this red ray which was going from ABC, now it is going to ADC. It is facing another surface here. So it is going from denser to rarer medium. If a ray is going from denser to rarer medium, what it will do? It will again experience a refraction at the periphery of ADC. So this was the actual path, this was the path where it was supposed to go, but it is not going in that path and it is getting bending away from the normal. So away from the normal means if this is the actual path, this will be towards the normal, green one is our normal, this will bend away from the normal and you will get the final image at I. Now this is mathematically or diagrammatically. In real situation, sir, if I am looking at something, in a real situation, if I am looking at something without any lens, what I'll find? I'll find my image at I1. But if I put a lens in front of my eyes, the image will be shifted a little bit towards me, like binoculars, like simple microscope. Things are moving towards you. The final image is formed more closer. So this is I1. Okay, I hope the diagram is clear and this ray diagram formation is clear. Let's put the actual equation. So let me recall our previous derivation, that formula. So it was N2 upon image, N2 upon BI1 plus N1 upon object distance OB, and that was equals to N2 minus N1 upon BC1. This was our formula from the last derivation. Here you have to be very careful because N2 and N1, they have changed their positions. So this will become minus N2 upon the image distance DI1, that is object distance here, plus N1 upon DI, and here it will be equals to N2 minus N1 upon DC2. I hope this is clear. Now these are the equations for these two surfaces. What we will do? We will add them. So when you add them, it will become N2 upon, okay, let me write here equation 1 and this is my equation 2. Let me add, on adding equation 1 and equation 2, N2 upon BI1 minus N2 upon DI1 plus N1 upon OB plus N1 upon DI. That will be equals to N2 minus N1 upon BC1 plus N2 minus N1 upon DC2. I hope this is clear. Okay, so I hope this is clear up till here. Now we will put here our condition. What is the condition? For thin lenses, BI1, look at this, very important, BI1, this gap will be equals to DI1. Sir, why BI1 will be equal to DI1? Look at this, if this lens, this thickness BD becomes negligible, then BI will be equal to DI, right? Similarly, BI1 and DI1 will be equal. So BI1 will be nearly equal to DI1 and we can cancel these two. Let's see what we left with. So we left with N1 here, common, 1 upon OB plus 1 upon DI, and that will be equals to N2 minus N1, 1 upon BC1 plus 1 upon DC2. Okay, great. So this n1, if I take on the right hand side, it will be OB plus 1 by di. That will be equals to n2 minus n1 upon n1. And that will be equals to 1 by BC1 plus 1 by DC2. Now, OB is the object distance, di is the final image distance. If object is placed at infinity, where will be the image formed? The image formed di will be at focus. We have learned this in 10th standard that if object is placed at the infinity, the image is formed at focus. So this will give you 1 by infinity plus 1 by f on the left hand side. And right hand side I can divide them separately, 1 by n2 by n1 minus 1, and that will be 1 by Vc1 plus 1 by Dc2. 1 by infinity 0, so 1 by f equals to, what is n2 by n1? Just now we used it in the previous derivation, mu. And what is 1 by Bc1? 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Why minus? Because Dc2 is curved on the left hand side. Very important expression. This is called our Lensmaker's relation. Now, if I compare this Lensmaker's relation, look at this. This right hand side is equal to this right hand side, right? The green and the red. If the right hand sides are equal, can we compare this left hand side with this left hand side? Yes. So let's write here 1 by OB plus 1 by di, that is equals to 1 by f, because 1 by infinity is 0. What is OB? Sir, object distance minus 1 by, what's di? Image distance 1 by plus v, because it's on the right hand side. So this will give you the lens formula 1 by v minus 1 by equal to 1 by f. I hope this is clear.